Wow, hello everyone. This is Marianne with Akashic Inspirations. And my goodness, it's been such a long time. Um, it wasn't actually an intentional stoppage of doing readings. It just kind of um, has come out that way. So, um, since the end of December, I think it's just so many changes that have happened within me personally um, that has given me room for thought and just sharing time with my family and friends that are visiting. Um, just kind of living in the day to day. But I did want to do a reading for February. Um, this morning, I am still posting um, cards on Facebook and sharing that way. And I will continue to do videos. I'll probably do some more. But it'll be more on a basis of when I feel I need to get a message out there versus something very structured. I decided not to do such a structure, not only as a reflection of my life, but to allow myself to go more with the flow versus living in a very structured format. So I decided I pulled some cards today from The Journey of Love, which is by Alana Fairchild. Love her deck. This deck, and that's perfect for February for, Valentine's Day. And I did pull a card from the Energy Oracle as a blessing and kind of a general card for the month. And we'll go into that one first to see how the other cards ties in. And then I decided to do a personalized reading for you from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. So we're going to everything kind of heartsy here. And you're going to be able to choose from, for the personalized reading, from Bloodstone, which is a very grounding stone, very obviously reflective of divine feminine and the very core essence, the blood, the life force of the root chakra, the base chakra. And the second, you could choose from Citrine Point, which Citrine, of course, brings in abundance, um, anything related to prosperity, financial, along those lines. And the last one is a Shiva Lingam. Again, another very feminine, very grounding um, stone to work with. So those are going to be three choices: Bloodstone, Citrine, and Shiva Lingam. So let's go to the first card that I pulled from the Energy Oracle, and it's the Sun. Now this card is deceptively, it looks very spare here, but there's a lot of things going on in this card. One, of course, is the fiery power energy. And we are having a full moon on February, I think it's February 3rd, in a couple of days, and it's going to be the full moon in Leo. So actually, this is a perfect card for the full moon energies. Now, remember, full moon energies talks about things coming to a culmination, things being harvested, and then things as the moon wanes again to be released as you go into, the dark of the moon. So here we have this woman, she's coming out of the water, and she seems to have like a golden disc in her hand. And it actually kind of looks like a record. So this is about information that's coming through the higher planes for you, and it's been recorded. Gold is one of the best conductors of energy, electricity. Tesla spoke about it. It's thought that the pyramids in Giza had capstones of gold and that they were used as energy amplifiers for communication, for electricity, etc. The other things that we have here, it seems like it's like a little baby, like a stork with a little baby, like in a little, like a little knapsack being bundled, held there. And it's funny because here you have like a phonograph made out of gold. So here's that record, and so here you have this seeming ray of light that comes directly from her through the water, which we know water amplifies, and then being sent out. So a lot of this communication is at a very deep etheric level through the central sun and the cosmos. Another branches here has books. This all seems to be about gathering knowledge, gathering information, very solar plexus golden energies, and I believe that's what February will be for us. It is about tapping into that very solar plexus um, higher energy that will bring you information for what you need to do to get onto your path for February. So let's go to the first card of the Journey of Love. And the first card is Woman of Light. So very much appropriate to the Sun card. And this is the number 49. And it's all, I mean, it's just basically all spiritual. Okay, because it's purple. I don't know if it picks it up the right color. It's not blue. It's actually a beautiful lavender um, color. So this is about you tapping in to or meeting or becoming a very elevated light being yourself, or finding a teacher who is a very a, basically an ascended master or very close to being an ascended master here on earth. You're going to be able to um, meet a person who is like that, or you will actually bringing that forth in yourself. So it talks about joy and celebration and knowing, knowing, having that link with the divine and knowing it to be eternal, and that you are capable of receiving all of this light within yourself, and then being actually a walking temple of light, being that golden temple of light for others. Being a light worker is not just about shining a little beacon here and there doing videos, but it is being that light, being that person, emanating that light in all aspects of your life on a daily basis at all times. It talks about getting to that point in your spiritual destiny where you are completely in connection with the higher realms and completely in connection with the highest of the energies, and being able to truly discern the true presence of the universe as an awakened teacher, or to find a being that is like that, to be able to work with that person and come into higher understanding. It's about being awakened and being an awakener, awakening, helping others to awaken. That is our goal now. It's not just about shining your light, but being proactive, being active as an awakener to others in the world, so that we all raise our vibrations. So the second card I pull is Knowing Without Knowing, number 41. Again, this theme of the yellows, right? A lot of solar plexus energy. How do you know without knowing? You know without knowing because it comes from your higher self. It comes through intuition. It comes through feelings. It comes through symbolisms, abstract symbols, geometric, sacred geometry. It comes through sound. There are, when they tell you to see things with your peripheral vision, and so it's picking up things with other outer senses that are not necessarily physical senses, and just somehow you know that something will come about. You have the feeling that it is, and that feeling, that somehow knowing without having actually been told in the physical by someone, is when you are in connection to your higher self, when you are in connection to your intuition and your higher self. The divine spark within you is giving you the sensation through intuitiveness, through pineal gland activation, through higher access to your akashics, by giving you this information and allowing it to be received by yourself, and allowing it to guide you. And it's communicating with you. You may not hear it or see it with physical eyes or ears, but you know somewhere in your heart, in your gut, when you say, I got a gut feeling, this is what it's talking about. It's knowing without being with having received it from some type of physical outside sense, but knowing from within. And that is when you know the truth and you walk in truth. So the next card for the month that I pull is the Lover's card. So absolutely perfect for Valentine's Day weekend. It's number 57, which comes down to 12, which comes down to 3. So 3 being the number of manifestation. So the Lover's card talks about being in balance. And not just finding a lover for yourself, but being in balance enough to be able to have attracted that person to you. And it says here in the deck I was just reading, it says your destiny is to be the lover of the beloved. I just love the way the writings are in this book. It's about opening yourself up, being the God and the goddess within you, and living your life in a passionate embrace, and being the one who is loved, who is beloved, and being the one who emits that love in a balanced give and take and receiving and taking manner. I'll read you the poem because Richard Cohn just writes such beautiful poems here. So it says, love is a magic word that holds the universe together. It is both an emotion and something ephemeral that lives like a fire's glow, or the pink light on the clouds after the sun has set. It is alive and yet indefinable. It causes the heart to beat more rapidly, feelings to show, and young people to write, sing, dance, and become totally immersed in its hold. Love can beckon coyly, or flaunt itself with wanton abandon. Love can live and grow seemingly forever, or vanish in a fleeting moment when we least suspect. And in the twilight of our years, reflecting on the life we have lived, it is love which colors every turn and twist of our memory. And when we pass from this earthly plane, it will be love that will light our soul on its journey home. So, beautiful message. So, all of these things about this connection to divine, this knowing without knowing, this balance of being the God or the goddess within you. This is what all of this sun energy is bringing about for us in February. And as we continue, we come with She Loves. And again, this is that, it looks like a spring green. So it's kind of, I like that she's got that red fiery hair. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of Bridget. Tomorrow will be in bulk, which is the advising that kind of spring may be coming, right? It's that fire in the middle of this dark, long winters and people, huddled behind, in our friends in the Northeast behind, piles of snow. And it's just, you need something to fire your passion, something to get to thaw you out. And when we talk about Bridget, who is the triple goddess, the Celtic triple goddess, that is the keeper of the hearth, she is the one that keeps that fire of love burning in the home. And so in this card, we have the opportunity to know about forgiveness. And hold on, Debbie's trying to call me. So it says, open your heart to the angel goddess of forgiveness and let her fill your heart. You are free. So it's really part of, it seems to be a progression here, right? When we allow forgiveness, complete forgiveness, and open our heart to it, then once you release the angst of whatever the hurt was, you leave a space that needs to be filled. And what fills that space after you let go and forgive is love. So by holding on to grudges, you are basically keeping love out because it has no space to come in because you're holding on to resentments and hurt and pain and the past images that constantly come through your mind. However, when you allow that space to be emptied and allow forgiveness to take it, then you are ready to be filled again. And what comes in to help you feel that is love. So, the last card that we'll pull for the month, the reading, is the communal dance. And it's a number 5. And I love this because they're all in a circle here. Your community, your soulmates, your family, your soul family. I love it that they have these multicolored like spirals of energy you'll see here, and they've got the full moon. So very nice for the full moon coming in. 5 being a number of change. But this communal dance asks you, once you have found the love within and with others, then you need to share it on a grander scale. And that's where we're going. We're going into sharing on a communal basis, on a community-wide basis, because they're calling, the community is calling for you to let go of your isolation and to kind of join in with your soul groups in expressing the richness and the vastness of which is the central sun. And it's bringing you guidance in maybe bringing you guidance to join a new community or to be able to take a more active role in the one that you're currently in. So it could be on YouTube, it could be on Facebook, it could be at home, it could be a volunteer type of the thing that you've been thinking about doing. It could be, it's basically about allowing yourself to use your gifts and connect yourself, but in a playful, fun manner. It's not serious because they're like, dancing. So they're having fun. So it's about having a good time. And so, all right. So let's go on to our personalized reading. So again, our choices were Bloodstone, Citrine Point, and the Shivalingam. Okay. So for the Bloodstone, we get 5 of Cups, or 5, the green emotions, which change your focus. This is a very interesting card because even though she's staring out straight ahead, she seems to have an inner focus. Like she's staring but not really seeing. So it's kind of like she's looking through into her own third eye. That's how I would put it. And being able, because you see how she's got like this blue just taking you right off of the page. And it seems that she has been emitting her thoughts, her vision, like creating it in the future. Like she's gone within to consider what it is and then changing her perception and then shooting that out to then further down the road make it a reality for herself. So, so when you think about things that are happening in your life right now, and if they're not what you want, then you need to change your focus, right? I mean, if what you've been doing hasn't been working, then it's time to change. So the Bloodstone will allow you to connect on that heartfelt level and allow you to make that choice of change. So if you decided to choose Citrine, you've gotten the crown chakra. So love this color. I mean, to me, I know it's supposed to be like purple, but this looks like magenta. And I love magenta. That's like my favorite color. And so magenta to me, of course, crown chakra to me means the Akashics. It means that it's actually like a passage that you get to when you're taking the steps of seeking entry into the higher chakras, the soul star chakra, the chakras which are above the crown chakra. And it's like a doorway. And once you start taking steps that take you into the crown chakra, it's completing another level of understanding. And It's more about being receptive to information that is sent to you. It's not like the third eye, which you seek out, which this to me represents third eye, seeking out. The crown chakra is not. The crown chakra is about receiving, allowing it to descend into you from the higher planes. Right? So we go on to Shiva Lingam. And so if you chose Shiva Lingam, then we have the Eight of Wands, success and growth. So these things, it seems that those things that he has set into motion, you see he's got this wand, like all his ideas are now are birthing the green leaves. They're coming about. So it seems that those things that you had put into practice a while back or into play, you'll see a progression. You're going to see accomplishment, success. It seems to be the energy of that manifestation is around you as all these little green leaves are coming into being, that's your signs of manifestation coming into being. And it's about really understanding yourself at a greater level too, and having a time of great personal growth within you. And your guides, you could get messages from anywhere. You know, a book could fall out of the bookshelf and land open, and you read the page, and it's the message that you need to hear in the minute. Or you're listening to, TV, and you hear an announcement, and you hear it in a different manner, and you get the information. It could be from a song. It could be from a conversation you overhear standing in line at the grocery store. So that's what happens when you're present, is that you're able to pick up all of these signals and all of these messages. So it's about you having allowed to have received your information, and now you've taken that and planted those seeds, and now they're coming to fruition for you. And that's what will happen hopefully this month for all of you that chose the Shiva Lingam. So I hope you've enjoyed. It's quite a long video, but I hope you've enjoyed the video for the month of February, and enjoy this full moon coming up. It's a beautiful full moon in Leo. Valentine's Day. I may be doing some Google Hangouts, or maybe some other things made with Glammy. That was a mix of Debbie and Glammy. Dammy. She's gonna get a kick out of that. With Glammy Witch. And we were just contacting and talking with J.R. Rivera to do a follow-up, so we could talk about his beautiful creatures. So that may be coming up too. So we'll have a few things coming up in the month of February to enjoy, and I'll keep you posted. So make sure you check on my Facebook page for any announcements and any events. I thank you so much for watching my videos and participating and sending me messages. And for those who have been signing up to do healings with me as well. I've been doing a lot of 12 chakra clearings and healings for others. So that seems to be where my direction is heading now, is more in healing and in mediumship and in channeling messages. So we'll see how we evolve, right? I send you many blessings for the month of February. And thank you again so much for always being with me and watching my videos and making comments on Facebook. Have a great, great month. Namaste.